everyone, and welcome into my 43rd Rise of Kingdoms video. And today this is going to be an update of everything that's been going on. This is an update from the last one where we actually unlocked Zone 6. So today we pushed a lot has happened for the last 48 hours, and I'm just going to give a brief update of where things are standing. As you can see, this and let's just load. It takes its time, whatever. So anyone who knows, this is Zone 5, and I will just go again and briefly just explain to you the situation for those who are new members and just explain to you our KVK. Let's just go to the map for a little bit, okay, maybe a little smaller. So, this is our kingdom. This is the kingdom that I belong to, 3207, as you can see from the title. And all the red ones are basically our allies and where they are positioned into the KVK map. This is 3201, 3204, 3194. This is our allies, and the blue ones are our enemies. Now, I know that I should have just went with the other way. I should have just went we should have been the blue, like the allies, the peaceful color, and the red one, the war color should have just been our enemies, but whatever. That's just a small detail. That being said, we actually were fighting with 3199 for this zone here. What 3199 did when zone 5 opened is that they didn't build at all on the side of 3194, and they just decided to contest this side of the map with 3207 and 3201. Now 3201, which is our allies, they really didn't join the fight at the beginning. So this was a pretty much a 1v1, like 3207 against 3199, and I will hate to say to you guys that this is just an update, but unfortunately they got the advantage. I don't really know why, that just happened, to be honest. I really couldn't say much. Let's just say that we just decided to drop back for a moment. We told ourselves things aren't going as planned. We were pushing them pretty damn good in the beginning. We pushed them all the way from here. We pushed them here and stuff like that, and then all DR, which was DR is uh, our strongest alliance that we have from 3207, from our kingdom basically, and they were actually doing pretty good. These guys DR7, they're doing pretty good fighting whatever they called W99B. They were actually doing pretty good in a stalemate here, but then it seems that with time passing, our members kind of I would say lost the will to fight. I would say they just did a lot of mistakes. They did a lot of mistakes. They lost a lot of troops, and they just came short-ended. By a lot of mistakes, I'm saying stuff like wrong garrison commander whenever we were defending, terrible commander when we were taking flags. I'm not saying that every single time that we did wrong, but there was definitely a lot of mistakes. Another big mistake that we did is that people were just going AFK into the zone 5. They would just go offline, be like, well, nobody will attack me, but that is not the case. At least speaking for my alliance, which is SO7N, we were pushing all the way up here. We were all the way up here basically, and then the people just went offline, and the enemy managed to somehow cut us off somewhere in this zone, and they just broke us off basically. And everyone who was here and was AFK, they got zeroed. Now there is a bad thing, because it means these people, unfortunately, they probably cannot join the KVK anymore. Even if they do join the KVK, they will have lost a lot of speed ups, so they will be in a real disadvantage. But that being said, let's just go with an update of whatever has happened. Like I said, W99B, which is the kingdom of 3199, they actually pushed us all the way back to our gates. I know it isn't good to say, it isn't pretty, but it is the truth though. They actually outforced us. Now, thankfully, you might be like, well, it doesn't seem to be the case here. And who are these two? Who is 2v1, uh, 2v on 2v 2vn1, and who is M01, whatever they're called, ME01. Who are these kingdoms? And yes, as you might have guessed, this is 3207, our ally, right here. So they finally decided to join the fight, and I will have to say, these guys have been really, 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 really helpful to us. Like they just somehow, because okay, you gotta understand one thing. It's not that 3201 kind of like just beat 3199 alone. Okay, even though we didn't fight whenever they joined the fight for the last day, and we only like, well, we did fight recently. We pushed them all the way back. Well, they were like pretty busy down here, to be honest. So we only pushed like a couple of their members, but that being said, it wasn't as if 3201 actually fought a full 3199. Both sides, 3207, which is us, and 3199 had actually, well, I would say all of us actually had like pretty huge losses. So whenever 3199 actually came, that was pretty good. Like you can just imagine like how powerful they are. They haven't fight at all their tier 5s are alive. They had their best commanders and everything. Well, the commanders, not like you will lose them, but you get the point what I'm saying. You had the troops to basically feed those commanders, so that is good. But yeah, we finally managed to push 3199 all the way back to their territory. Now we do have like a couple of small stuff like W 99B, which is this kingdom, which are our enemies. They're still stuck a little bit here. Like there's still like some fighting going on, I would say. They're kind of like preparing though. It's kind of sad. For anyone who remembers, they had like another like they had the DJ Alliance. There was like I believe it was kind of like here where it was placed, and we destroyed it. And we destroyed, I mean like everything, the flags, the fort, everything. We left nothing alive there. So I was really hoping that we could have done this with W99B, so we could just like low key get rid of them in the zone 5. But it does not appear as if that's the case. They are actually, I would say, as much as they were losing the fight, they actually held on to the Lions Fortress. So far they haven't lost it. This was pretty damn low. Like it was about 20,000 to 30,000 HP at the beginning, but it appears as if they are repairing it right now, and they just paid the gems, and at the same time they're keeping it safe. So I believe this is going to be like a really long-term battle. Here we are seeing ME01, which is our allies, just fight with W99B, and yeah, these guys are fresh from the fight and everything. They basically are like they haven't lost any troops, so of course they have like all the resources that are needed in order to push better than we do. But this is a good thing. Like this is what I discussed when I said like this is a strategy. Like I will let you like see the fight as well in the background, but at the same time I will just explain what I meant. At the beginning, when we saw everything, we were like, this is great. Why is this great? Because 3199, we will keep them isolated. Whenever it is 3207, it is 3194, I don't care who it is, but there's basically, they just cannot push. If we do everything right, 3199 will never be able to leave their nest because they are like surrounded from enemies on all sides, and we will just close them off. Like that is basically like the case and everything that we are trying to do. And everything that we are trying to do is basically close them off. Like we just want to make sure that they do not, I don't know, like come back or something like that. Like we want to make like just hit us from the back. We really want to make sure that these guys are just like stuck in here. They cannot go this way because they will face 3207 and 3201. They cannot go this way because they will face 3204 and 3194. So what should they do? Like they cannot go through here. They gotta like be forced in order to get to the Kingsland. They kind of like Kingsland is still far, but in order for you to even think that you can create a path to Kingsland is by this path right here that, to be honest, it's really not gonna work. Like 3201 and 3207, which is us, we will 100% be able to stop this. And I believe that our friends in here, they would just do the same thing, so I'm not really worried about them. Like I would just say that 3199 is in a really bad spot, and they just made like a really bad deal so far. Now I might be wrong. Like let me just play the devil's advocate here and just say that it is possible that they will win the game. And I don't mean like 3199 specifically, but I mean that they group could be the ones who actually beat us. So Damn, I'm tired. I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah, again, this was supposed to be like a short video, just like an update of everything that's going on. So basically, like I said, both the kingdoms we allied together. We managed to push W99B all the way past their gates, with exceptions of the part here, which is this fort here. But I'm pretty sure that they really cannot stop us from killing this one as well slowly. It's gonna take a couple of pokes and stuff like that, but I believe the 3201 and 3207 can handle those. Like even more if we are together. It's a good thing because then Zone 6 will be released, but like it's like kind of like we have time to grow. Is what I'm trying to say. Like even though like some things are outside the ways for us, we still have like time to grow and just regrow the army for the upcoming fight. So for zone 6, so that is good enough. Like it's good that we are fighting so soon because that means that we have everything that we need in order to recover and be even more ready for the big fight when we are gonna fight. Like let's just call them like the big three or something. It's not like they're whales more than we are, to be honest. Not really, that's not the case, but still. Yeah, but that is basically everything that I was gonna say, guys. So as you can notice, I'm like super damn tired right now, so I really cannot focus. And half the stuff that I'm saying, I'm like kind of like put myself into automation mode where I'm just talking and talking and talking, and I'm just losing sight of whatever I was trying to say. Probably some of you might have noticed it during this video, but I'm like super damn tired. But at the same time, this is a huge victory for us, winning against our enemies 3199 and isolating them, which was like the strategy whenever KVK was open. So it's good. Like that's actually really good advantages for us. Now we will see how this will go. To be honest, it's still too soon to say, but let's just hope for the best. So anyway, that being said, thank you all for stopping by. Like I said, this is gonna be like a really short video. I'm not gonna go as hard and just like make it like a streaming type of video where I play and you just watch me play. That's not really what I want to do right now, in terms of like videos that I'm making, because if it's a stream then that's another thing. But I really cannot make like 4 hours of fighting unless there's just something interesting worth to fight. And to be honest, there's nothing worth to fight. I mean, in the sense that there's really nothing that interesting right now. Everything has ended besides like this small part right in here. But like besides like this small part right in here, everything else has ended. So in my opinion, we are doing great, and that's why I'm gonna end this video right here. Like and subscribe, guys, if you like my content. If you didn't like my content, then do not like or subscribe. Well, yeah, it is your choice basically, but you have the freedom to unlike and just let me know what it is that I'm not doing good enough or what I can change for the better. I'm always like open to tips. I'm not saying that I will follow your advice blindly, but I will evaluate it, and if you are right, you are right. I'm just gonna go with your advice. So I'll say like be free to just give advices. That's all I say. Like I'm willing to learn from everything. But yeah, that's all for me, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.